Oh yeah, Blackson and the Hazel, all for shovel devil. We got an excellent show here today. Um, made a video, but YouTube on my computer, something is tripping tonight. So we're gonna do a second go around for this. This is oh man. So y'all bear with me. I have to reset stuff and okay, we're live. Okay. Does it only work for bald heads? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Face, neck, and shoulder. Skip. All right. So y'all bear with me. I have to reset stuff and okay, we're live. Okay. Does it only work for bald heads? Okay, so let me mute this out. I gotta make sure. What's going on, U.S. Army? This started with a comment. I'm redoing this show because the first show was my camera wasn't up. Now my camera's up, so I got better resolution. Got better resolution. So hold on. Okay, yep, we're live. Okay, so let's start by doing the share screen. Let's see, we got share screen and YouTube. Share the screen. So let's see how this looks. There we go. Okay. So let me widen. Let me see if I can get a larger display. There we go. Okay. So I got a comment by Mayo Monkey here. And Mayo Monkey says, actually, should I? Okay. So Mayo Monkey says, but Russia did not show up for the talks yesterday, Thursday. They were in Turkey, but did not show up for the talks. The Ukrainian team did show up. At the time of Bill's show, Bill O'Reilly, Russia had not reported to the talks. Russia didn't show up for the talks until Friday today. So Bill was correct. No troll or no offense taken. So Bill said that we should boycott Vladimir Putin because Vladimir didn't show up. So I'm gonna have to educate because it's an educational channel. I'm gonna have to educate to Mail Monkey that the proper procedure is for whether it be Russia, whether it be China, whether it be Iran, take the country of your pick, except for Ukraine, and that country, like Russia, will send, and like US, will send a delegation. They will send a negotiating team. I've explained that, but somehow Mayo Monkey is not getting the message because he believes the spin of the Mr. No Spin Zone, Bill O'Reilly. But that's okay. We're just going to break down his comment. It says, but Russia didn't show up for talks yesterday. Okay. Let me stop this. I think I got a little delay. Okay, now let me share screen. And I believe this is the video. Tab audio share. Yeah, we definitely want that. And I'm going to play this video. Let's see if we can, yeah, I want to play this whole thing. Can I make the screen a little bit smaller? Yeah, just a little. Yeah, just a little. Okay. So we got it at 200% here. Okay, so I'm waiting for the video to share screen. Oh, it's not share screen. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me try it again. Why is it not share screen? Share screen, and we want this right here. And wow, it's not sharing. Oh God, this is wild. It's not sharing. See, this is why I like having a phone. Darn, I had muted my mic by accident. The leaders usually only show once the delegations have hammered out the details. That is correct, Army. But for some reason, I had a hard time explaining this to, well, no, I didn't have a hard time. Mr. Male Monkey had a hard time understanding that. And for some reason, okay, it's showing, okay, now, let me play the video. Okay, hold on. Let me rewind it. Okay, so Russia's delegation has landed in Istanbul. So we got that part. So the Russian team has landed in Istanbul, but according to Mr. Monkey Mayo, he said in his comment that they did not show up. So let's keep it moving. President Putin's absence looms large over the negotiations because Zelensky put the narrative out there. He wanted to skip protocol. I want Putin there. I want Putin there. So he skipped protocol. So that means he didn't even put a team together because Zelensky wanted to talk to Putin directly, which is not the protocol of any country except for Ukraine. Let's keep it moving. President Erdogan continues to position himself as the mediator. Okay, good deal. Russia's delegation has landed in Istanbul ahead of talks aimed at securing a ceasefire in the war with Ukraine, media reports. I'm gonna leave that up for Mr. Mayo Monkey to read that. Let's keep it moving. Let me repeat it one more time before I get started. Mr. Mayo Monkey, it says Russia delegation has landed in Istanbul. Remember the city Istanbul, ahead of talks. So that means they got there early. Ahead of talks at securing ceasefire at the war in Ukraine, media reports. Let's keep it moving. It says Ukraine President Zelensky will first meet Turkish President Erdogan before deciding on his participation in the talks, before he even decides. But you said that he already had a team formed. Okay, let's keep it moving. The exact time and format of negotiations remain unknown, according to Russian media reporting from a Takar airport. Let's keep it moving. Spokesman Pedrov says talks could extend beyond Thursday. The reason why there was no format is because let me explain this. Russia, the delegation team was told when they got there at the original time was 11 a.m. When they got there at 11 a.m., then they're like, oh, Putin's going to be, Zelensky, he said he'll be here around 12. Then 12 got there, we'll be there. Zelensky said he'll be there at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. gets here. Zelensky said he'll be there at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. gets there. They'll be here at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. gets here. Then at 6 p.m. they said we're going to have to extend it to the next day. So this is why they say extend beyond Thursday. So depending on how much progress is made during discussions. Let's keep it moving because they were supposed to meet it in Istanbul. Let's keep it moving. The talks in Istanbul, Mayo Monkey, Istanbul, marked the first formal meeting between Russia and Ukraine since early stages in the invasion of 2022. Let's keep it moving. President Putin's absence looms large over the negotiations, with Zelensky previously calling for his presence to attend. So Zelensky was just making a out of the blue request for Putin to be there, but that's not formal protocol. Because in order for Putin to come into town, or Trump to come into town, or Prince Salman, or I don't know, pick a leader, except for Zelensky, you're supposed to have protocols and security. You don't just show up. So you send delegations teams because this is going to go on and on and on. So you got to send delegations. Mayo Monkey. That's okay. That's why you're here to learn. You're here to learn. It's an educational channel. Let's keep it moving. Zelensky has suggested. Let's get that dang thing in. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so U.S. Army in the chat says Zelensky is trying to strong arm his way into running the meeting instead of letting the delegates do their jobs. Amen, U.S. Army. Amen. That's why I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, this Mayo Monkey, I don't know which channel he's from. I don't know if he's from what channel he's from. Like I said, he does look familiar, but anywho, Zelensky has suggested that without Putin, so Putin there, Ukraine may not participate directly in the Istanbul discussions, but you said that Zelensky, Mayo Monkey, already had a team formed. This is what you said. You said that he already had a team formed. Well, it looks like Zelensky's calling you a liar. He just called you a liar, Mayo Monkey. Zelensky just called you a liar. Let's keep it moving. I'm not saying this. Zelensky saying this. I'm not saying that you're a liar. Zelensky's saying that you're a liar. But let's keep it moving. Oh, do you remember when I said that Zelensky? Remember you said Zelensky had a team there and that the Russian delegation didn't show up? Well, let me give you their names who showed up on Thursday. Russia's delegation is led by presidential aide Vladimir Medinsky and Deputy Defense Minister Alexander Fomin. So I just gave you two names here of two people who showed up in Istanbul. Can you, Mayo Monkey, give me the names of the people allegedly that you said Zelensky's team showed up? Can you give me two names that showed up in Istanbul besides, because I got the receipts here. So you said they didn't show up. I got the men, like I said, the guy on the left, that's Vladimir Medinsky. And the guy on the left, right, is Alexander Fomin. So these are the guys that showed up. So where are your guys at? The guys that you said that showed up for Zelensky, where are they at? Can you give me their names? And did they show up on Thursday? Because this team showed up on Thursday. Remember, this video was made on Thursday. Today is Friday. This was made yesterday. Look at the timestamp. Oh man. Okay, let's keep it moving. A senior Ukrainian official told AFP that the final decision on participation depends on Zelensky's meeting in NKrumah. So Zelensky never even formed a team, but you said in your comment that he already had a team assembled that showed up and Putin's team didn't show up. It sounds like the reverse. It sounds like you just spin the narrative here, Mr. Mayo Monkey. Let's keep it moving. Says Ukraine is cautious about entering peace talks that may be seen as symbolic or lacking commitment from Russia's leadership. Okay, let's keep it moving. Peace talks are taking place amid escalating global pressure to end the war and avoid further humanitarian disaster. Okay, right? They want to end this war. Turkish President Erdogan continues to position himself as a mediator in the war, hosting key players in Istanbul. Istanbul, Turkey, today. Today. Players in Istanbul today. That's what it says in the video. Let's keep it moving. Okay, so Mayo Monkey, I hope that clears things up for you based on your comment that you left. So again, let's go back over your comment again. Let's look at your comment. Let's look at your comment. You said, but Russia didn't show up. So I just showed up for talk yesterday, Thursday. This video that I showed you was on Thursday. They were in Turkey, but did not show up. They did show up by the name presidential aide by the name of Vladimir Medinsky and Alexander Fomin, deputy. I forgot his position. And then you said the Ukrainian team did not show up. So that's debunked. At the time, Bill showed Russia had not reported for the talks. The show was done at 9 p.m., Bill O'Reilly show. He did it at 9 p.m. This video was done in the daytime, our time. Turkey is ahead of us, I think like 9 hours. So yeah, discrepancy there. And you said Russia didn't show up for talks until Friday. Okay, but according to that video I just played, that's on Thursday. You said the Ukrainian team did show up. So if you can show me them showing up in Istanbul where they were supposed to meet and give me their names. Oh shit, hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, this thing is acting up. Okay, so this is what apparently I can't show the other video. I have to go back. Okay, I do apologize for that. So based on your comment here, so Bill was correct. So let's see. Bill said that we should sanction Vladimir Putin for not showing up for peace talks. So Is Bill correct? I would disagree and say no, Bill's not correct because Bill knows the proper protocol for each country, and that is for that said country to send a delegation. The delegations go back and forth, back and forth. It may take days, it may take weeks, it may take months. And once they have came to a resolve, then said delegation goes back to Putin and goes back to Trump. And then once Trump gives a thumbs up, like, okay, yeah, he goes over it and Putin goes over it, they come, they call the media, they go through all the protocols, and then they sign off on it, and then they go before the media, yeah, we came up with this agreement, me and Putin. Putin's a great guy. He's a great guy. And we came up with this. And that's my Trump impersonation. But what I'm saying is that that's the proper protocol. You just don't call Trump and call Putin and just happen to come down and negotiate. Putin doesn't negotiate. Trump doesn't negotiate. The delegation team negotiates, Mr. Mayo Monkey. I hope that is clear. I hope this educational course was beneficial for you. I hope that you will give me the same respect and energy if you decide to refute this. I want to see names of this team that you claim that showed up. I want their names. If you don't give me their names, then I'm going to have to disregard your whole comment. And I'm not saying that you're a liar. Vladimir Zelensky is saying that you're a liar. He is saying that you're a liar because he said he's not going to put together nothing. He's not going to even attend the talks if Putin's not there, which is not the proper protocol. So he just called you a liar. Zelensky did. Zelensky called you a liar. Let me look at the camera. Hold on. Let me hold on. Stop sharing this because I got to look at you. Putin just called you a liar. He just called you a liar. All right, shout out to U.S. Army, man. Hey, U.S. Army, this was a late thing. I had to reply. I'm going to start replying to these comments. So share the video, U.S. Army. So this is why my moderator share the video, because if y'all share the video, then I'll be able to respond. Share it everywhere, because I'm fishing for trolls. And I'm not saying that Mayo Monkey's a troll. I'm not saying that Mayo Monkey. But what was said tonight was not Putin, Zelensky called you a liar. He said that you were a bold-faced lie. You just made that up. You pulled it out of your ass. I'm paraphrasing. I looked at the video and I looked at what your comment said, and it didn't match up with what Zelensky said. But you said he had a team there already. So basically, in so many words, he was calling you a liar. He said you just made that up. I'm paraphrasing. I'm just guessing. But what you said and what Zelensky said contradicts each other. So how can we boycott Putin when Putin sent a delegation for peace talks? Why would we? He sent a delegation. But hey, this was fun. Take it with a grain of salt. If they have monkey on their moniker. Hey, I think this is fun. I want to take the channel in a different direction, U.S. Army. I want to make it fun. And this was actually fun. It was a lot of work. But I understand if I'm going to do this YouTube thing, it's going to take some work. It just can't be me in the truck and turn on the camera. I might have to use a quality camera and with some resolution, and I'm gonna have to fix this mic because it's not picking up. The computer just picked up the camera. You should see my last video, it was horrible. I had to use the dang camera from the but no, I think this is fun. This is actually fun. And this video gave the opportunity of Zelensky calling Mr. Monkey a liar. So that's one more enemy that Zelensky has created, I guess. I don't know if Mayo Monkey is going to understand that, but I don't know. I don't know if Mr. Monkey is just being a troll. I don't know. He said he's not being a troll, but hey, it was fun tearing down. It was fun tearing his comment apart. It was fun. I think I'm gonna have fun. So again, U.S. Army, please share the video. I'm gonna ask all my other raiders, share the video, because fish the line, they're gonna bite. And I'm gonna give you some entertainment. I'm gonna tear down their comment every time. If they want to be a troll, and I'm not saying Mr. Monkey is a troll, but I'm saying you gave me content that was very easy to tear down. And I made Zelensky call you a liar without even any effort. Like he just contradicted what you said. So with that being said, I'll be on tomorrow, U.S. Army. I'm gonna do a show truck actually because I love doing the show trucks, but I don't mind doing the show from the house. So if you share the video, I'll do more of these. But you gotta share the video because I need some troll comments. I need the troll comments so I can start responding. So this will be the new. Y'all hit the like too. Hit the like. Hit the share. Get an algorithm because this is what I'm gonna start doing. All right, y'all. Let me get going. Let me because I gotta get up early. It's 10:13. With that being said, I'm out, y'all. Peace. Shout out to U.S. Army, man.